Welcome back to the Cryptolabs YouTube channel. What happens when you get out of range on a pair? So you're in a liquidity pool, you're providing liquidity, you're a market maker, and things get out of range. That's what today's video is going to be about. A little more technical, but it also goes beyond that. Yesterday morning, I think Bitcoin hit, what did it hit? Like 41, almost 41 and a half for a hot minute there. I saw people freaking. Literally, Twitter was going crazy, YouTube was going crazy, Bitcoin is crashing, ETFs aren't getting approved, people selling their Bitcoin. And so many people lose money in this game and then call it a scam because they're always selling the bottoms or they're buying the tops when everyone is excited. David, who's our technical analysis, like if you're part of the UIG community, give a shout out to David in the comments below. But he always says one thing: when in doubt, zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. And remember, by the way, like I'm in range on everything I'm in right now, from GMX ETHs to USD BTC to ARBs to ARBs to ETHs to ARBs, ETHs. I'm in range on all of it, but I'm not always in range. So for example, let's just say your Bitcoin range was around 41.6. Let me move that out a little bit to 45, let's call it. That's a pretty decent range. And there we go. Okay. Let's say that's your range for Bitcoin. You will be out of range here and there. We have a rule. We wait 24 hours before rebalancing. So we're always collecting fees. And obviously you have to be aware of impermanent loss, but the game we're playing is staying in range for as long as possible so we're earning fees in said asset we want to hold. I want more Bitcoin. I've made a lot of Bitcoin by providing liquidity and then moving that Bitcoin to my bull run portfolio. So I think what happens is people panic, or they set too tight ranges because they're getting greedy, but people panic. Set wider ranges, be in it for the long haul. If you feel like the markets are going to be trending up, obviously correlated pairs are a great fit for that type of portfolio or DeFi portfolio, or you're earning massive fees on a DEX that's got a massive amount of volume going through, and you're obviously beating impermanent loss by the fees you're getting. So here's what I kind of saw happen a day ago, 2 days ago. People were zoomed in, like really zoomed in, like they were zoomed in right here. And they saw Bitcoin going from 45. Oh my God, it's 42. Oh my God, it's 41. It must be crashing. And they sold. When I'm seeing a flash sale, I'm like, let's buy some. Or they're getting out of range and they're rebalancing right away because they want those fees, or they're getting greedy. And I'm like, typically, if nothing fundamental is changing, look what happened in the market. If you zoomed out, so when you're on a daily, sometimes it can seem like it's all red. By the way, DEXs and all that do the 24-hour to evoke some kind of emotion from you to click and take an action. Oftentimes, the best thing you can do is do nothing. So I wake up yesterday, things are down 10, 12%. I see people freaking out, and I'm like, cool. It's going to be an exciting day because I know Bitcoin is a 100K plus asset. So why am I freaking out? No need to freak out. In fact, just buy a little bit more. Take advantage of the opportunity. So when you zoom out, you're like, oh, wait, hold up. Hold up. Nothing has changed the last week. Oh, I want to zoom out even more? Look at the last month. If you just did nothing, if you were just in your liquidity pool, or if you were just holding your position, nothing changed from last month to this month. I mean, we're up from 42 to 44. All of this is noise. If you're a long-term investor, if you're actually thinking like an investor, not a gambler, all of this is noise. All of it. This is noise. This is noise. This little crash or whatever the hell you want to call it is noise. Oh, well, I saw people going crazy on Solana, dumping their Solana. They're like, oh my God, it's 109. Now it's 90, 94. I'm dumping it. Other people are like, oh, I'll just buy a little bit more, because on the daily, people are freaking out. You zoom out over a week, literally nothing has changed since last week. You zoom out over a month and it's so easy to forget. You're up from 60 to 103. What do you believe Solana, what price are you putting on Solana? What do you think the future price of Solana is? So who cares about the short-term noise? All of this is noise. Zoom out far enough, you're doing pretty damn good. If you were buying Solana during the bear market, you're doing pretty damn good. You're from $13 to 103. Now, maybe you decide to take some profit because it's illogical. Or maybe you're in a correlated pair and you went out of range just a little bit. Like I'm telling you right now, some of these assets go out of range. USDC went out of range temporarily. But I don't care. My Arbin ETH, yep, it's gone out of range. But guess what? I don't care. I don't react to the market. I've got my set price targets, and now if things truly start shifting or fundamentals change, maybe I'll rebalance and I'll start making decisions from there. But my point is, don't react. Like David said, when in doubt, zoom out. You don't have to always be rebalancing. You don't always have to be chasing. Set wider ranges, be in it for the long run, chill, relax, sit back, earn your fees, and don't get greedy. Nothing has changed. Bitcoin is a 100K plus asset. So even if you're looking at your bull run portfolio and you're watching it drop 12% overnight, which for many it did, I saw people freaking out and selling. Leave it in the comments. Let's make a deal here. Let's commit to this. Okay, cool. I'm not going to freak out. I'm cool as a cucumber. I'm going to zoom out. Where is Bitcoin going? Okay, cool. Nothing to worry about. I'm not going to hit the sell button. In fact, maybe I'll reverse my psychology and be opposite of what everyone else is doing and just buy some. Which I'm not saying you should. It wasn't, if we're in crypto and we're freaking out over 10% volatility in 24 hours, we're not going to make it through this game. That is just a regular old day. I've seen 20% changes in assets in literally minutes. Hence the opportunity. In every challenge, there's an opportunity. In volatility, that's where the opportunity is. Unless you're just yield farming or creating yield on a very boring sideways market, which you absolutely can do. I got a ton to share on that as well. Maybe I'll share this really quick, is when the markets are boring, when they're sideways, yes, you may be earning less fees because the dexes, there's less volume flowing through these dexes. But because you're earning whatever coins and tokens you're farming, and they're priced typically a lot lower. So let's just say you're earning Solana at $13, but you're only making 0.3% per day or 0.2% per day during boring times. To me, you're earning an asset that's going to go from $13 to $103. So you're not actually earning 0.3% per day. You're earning a lot more, like 10x that. Because as the value of the token appreciates, your actual yields are much, much higher. Again, that's the mistake that most people make because they're looking daily. Oh, I'm only making 0.3% or 0.2% or 0.5%. We try to think quarterly and yearly. That's when you know you're going pro. It's like, what is my portfolio's performance quarterly and yearly? Monthly is good. Weekly is good. Daily is like, it's okay to start there, get excited by it, but we want to start zooming out. What is my overall performance of my portfolio over the last month, the quarter, the year? And that way we don't freak out over short term. Oh my God, my portfolio dropped by $6,000. It's like, no, it didn't. It's on paper. It's not real. Not until you lock it in. Or some people are like, oh my God, I made so much money on Solana in that last month. Did you sell? Did you take profit? If no, you made $0. You made nothing. Chill. What is the performance month, quarterly, yearly? Zoom out. So yeah, I get out of range and I don't rebalance right away. Oftentimes, like 9 times out of 10, it goes back into range and I keep collecting my fees. I do set wider ranges. I do make less daily, but I make more monthly because I'm in range longer. And so I earn fees for longer. Again, we have members doing from $10, $25 to, I just interviewed someone, he's doing $3K or $2,500 per day. And I asked him, what's his biggest advice? He's like, you don't get emotionally attached to the money. And it's why he makes so much, because he's not attached. He just sets ranges. It's a game to him. And only those who are willing to take the risk get the reward. Sometimes I see comments of like, oh, people just love to fight for their own limitations. I'm like, it's okay. If you don't believe in this, or if you think it's too risky, or if it's blah, 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 then like, it's okay. A ton of people are making money with it. You can just hold on to your limitations and the beliefs you choose to hold on to. And that's fine by me. You losing or not doing it doesn't affect the performance of our portfolios, by the way. So you believe what you want to believe, but if you're curious of it, I mean, just start with a little bit, even a couple $100. Once you get the rhythm of this, the potential for what you want to earn or how you want to create a portfolio, both your DeFi portfolio and your bull run portfolio, is unlimited. So that's ultimately up to you. I hope this was a little bit helpful. Again, don't freak out. Always, when in doubt, zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. I'm going to put myself in the middle here and I'll leave some educational content, maybe some people winning and the lessons they're sharing. I'll share $1,000 per day lesson one of our clients shared, gold. So do check that out, and some more technical and videos to help inspire and educate. So do check them out. And with that said, I'll see you in the next. Peace.